past 2 weeks, or 1 week, I guess.
Holy shit, Kevin!
Wow! What?
You get this only nowhere else but you, Kevin and Zach. Kevin, I'm not gonna lie.
Now we're look at this. A carved penguin. There it is. There it is.
Oh no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
It's so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed.
Okay. The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh my god.
Wait, what's going on? What is happening?
What is going on? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. It's absolutely sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birch Fish!
How about that?
Birch Fish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say? What can I say? Well, the Baltimore Orioles are back. They're making the playoffs, and they're winning the World Series. It's crazy what one win can do for you. Let me lower the camera a little bit. Man, I'm Kevin Ostreicher, one of the hosts of Kevin and Zach React. I know usually Zach's the one to kick it off, but I'm jumping in the saddle. We were both busy tonight, and I just happened to finish being busy first. So I'm the one that is starting it off. Man, what a time to jump into the driver's seat here too. Is the Orioles? Yeah, they're back. You spread the word. 61 wins, 11-1 against the Giants. You can officially say that this team is in it for the long haul. No, I'm kidding, but look, it was nice for them to get out of that little rut. But nice for them to get a win. Trevor Rogers, worst trade in history, right? We all hate it. We all hate it. But of course, now we all love it. So it's all good now. Jeremiah Jackson can't stop hitting. Ryan Mountcastle comes in. Sam Basayo, homer, right? That's obviously the storyline here. That is, the big one to me. I mean, I'll give a round of applause for Samuel Basayo getting his first homer. That was one that, and look, Zach said that, and he bet the Sam Basayo homer, I'm pretty sure, every single night. So hopefully he did tonight, because actually, you know what? If he didn't, then maybe we can all credit Zach for Sam Basayo hitting the homer. Maybe that's what we can do. We'll have to see if Zach actually bet it. But we're going to dive into the game a little bit. I know usually we don't do that as much now, at least during the year, because, well, there's not really a lot to talk about. But hey, we can we can give a little time to the game, since it was that good of one. So again, this is Kevin and Zach React. We're your Orioles post-game destination. So we are through 100 and what's the quick math? 130. Oh boy, I'm fumbling here. All right, you know what? We're just gonna go 61 plus 7. I'm gonna admit it. I can't do that math. 136. I guess that should have been easier than it was. Oh well. It's been a long day. All right, give me some slack. 136 games, and we're hitting all 162 this year. Barring unforeseen circumstances. We've gone 136 for 136 this season, through thick and thin, and it's been a lot of thin this year because it hasn't been a great year. But tonight was a nice little distraction from how bad this year was. I mean, we have to start with Trevor Rogers, another phenomenal outing. Trevor Rogers has been one of the best pitchers in baseball over the last handful of months. since coming up. 7 innings for Trevor of 1-run ball, 5 hits on the night with 5 strikeouts. This man is unbelievable. I mean, you just see the confidence, you see the stuff. Like, obviously, he's worked on stuff here to become a better pitcher. And sometimes that literally is just all it takes. It's just when your confidence is shot, you work on new things, you tweak things, whatever you need to do, you do it. And so I want to pull up Trevor's stats real quick, just on the season, to go with a game by game log if I can find. I think MLB.com. Pretty sure he had. Yeah, here we go. All right, for MLB.com here. Trevor Rogers, since coming up against the Red Sox, his first start of the year was obviously against Boston on May 24th. That one he was 6 1/3 with 2 hits. But month by month, and I guess we won't necessarily count May because he only had the 1 start. But in June, he had 3 starts. He ended up with a 2.87 ERA in June. July followed that up with a 1.03 ERA. And in August, he ends up getting that thing down to a 1.29. A 1.29 ERA for Trevor Rogers here. 4-1 in the month of August. Just absolutely unreal. And in the game that he lost, by the way, because I don't want to just pin it on, oh, he suffered a tough loss. Well, it was a tough loss for him because that was that Chicago game where he literally went 8 innings of 1-run ball, and the Orioles decided they didn't want to win that game. That was actually the first of the month. So what a way to kick off August for Trevor Rogers. But if you've listened to Zach and I here before, we've both been really on the train of these Orioles starters, and it didn't happen at the beginning of the season. I think it's kind of why we've seen some of the bullpen arms not do as well. They overtaxed and overused their bullpen, and part of the reason why that was because of the fact that these starters just were not going deep into games. Like, you would get 2 1/3, like Charlie Morton would go 2 1/3, giving up 7 runs. Like Kyle Gibson, yeah, still kind of weird to, doesn't even feel real that Kyle Gibson pitched for them this season, but Kyle Gibson was giving up like 7 runs in a third of an inning or an inning. Like, that to me was hurting the bullpen, and the Orioles just need guys that can go deeper into games in general. And we've seen Trevor Rogers. I mean, look, over the course of August for Trevor, I can find my game logs. I completely lost it. Where did it go? Here it is. All right. Trevor Rogers in August, 8 innings, 6 innings, 7 innings, 7 innings, 7 innings, 7 innings. That's unreal. 42 innings for Trevor Rogers in 6 starts. These are the types of innings. These are the types of things. He averaged 7 innings per start. He has not gone less than 6 innings since the end of June. His only really one bad game, and I saw, Rick, you said it, his one quote-unquote bad game was the one in his second start, Tampa, June 18th, where he gave up 3 runs and 2 1/3. Although that game was weird. Like, there was weird stuff going on in that game. I don't think Trevor was getting like the strike zone properly. I remember that game, and Zach and I remember talking about it after it, and was like, yeah, there were some calls on the edge that Trevor just missed, and the ump wasn't giving it to him, and then, kind of spiraled from there a little bit. But hey, if your bad game is giving up 3 runs, and he had 3 walks in this game too, but even still, Rogers has been the most dominant pitcher in baseball, or at least one of them. Like, he's right at the top of that list. So I'm shocked in a good way. Like, we saw how Stauer started, and Norby, honestly, at the start of his Marlins tenure, like, we were all like, man, this trade isn't looking so good, especially with what we saw from Trevor early. But like, I give Trevor Rogers a lot of credit. He didn't waver. I'm sure it was tough for him to go through that and kind of wonder, like, man, what is wrong right now? Why can't I get going? But having a lefty like Trevor Rogers in your rotation if you're the Orioles, it's exactly what you needed. It's exactly what you needed. So now you can go and build your rotation, obviously, around Rogers and the others that you have, Bradish, and of course, like, I know Zach doesn't like to say Grayson, but hopefully Grayson can stay healthy. Although, again, that is a hope at this point. But you feel like, again, I don't feel good about the rotation right now in terms of like if they started the season, like if they started next season right now, I would think that they don't have enough. You still need to add a name or two. And we're Zach and I have been consistent with that. You have Bradish, you have Trevor Rogers, you have Grayson. See what happens with Stegano. And I mean, obviously, we'll see if they try to re-sign an Eflin. You know, how does Cade Povich factor into their long term here? You know, do they find a role for? I mean, Kramer's obviously sticking around as well, so Kramer's probably your fifth. I mean, ideally, your rotation is, and I'm not saying in any order, but ideally, your rotation is if everybody's healthy, Bradish, Rogers, Rodriguez, a big name, and Kramer. Like that. And I know that people are down on Dean right now. I get it. He hasn't been good over the last couple of starts. You know, Dean is either the most insane pitcher in baseball or the worst pitcher in baseball whenever he pitches. That's just who Dean is. We know that. But I mean, if you can get a big name to go along with your quote unquote big three, if they can stay healthy, I mean, I would feel pretty good about that. I would. And yeah, I see CR James putting this out. Who would have predicted he'd pitch more innings than Corbin Burns with a low ERA? And of course, like, you know, hate what happened to Corbin and wishing him a speedy recovery. But yeah, I mean, would have been laughed off wherever you were saying that. If you said, oh yeah, hey, by the way, I'm from the future and Trevor Rogers is pitching better than Corbin and Corbin's hurt and like it was a disaster for the Diamondbacks for the first year and Trevor Rogers is one of the best pitchers in baseball, I would have said, okay, yeah, okay. Yep. But yeah, it's been really cool to see Trevor do his thing. Kind of moving on to the offense here a little bit as we continue to talk about this game. It feels good to actually talk about a game for once instead of just being like, yeah, baseball was played. That sucked. You know, obviously Jeremiah Jackson, utility guy, Jeremiah Jackson, man. This is the peak utility. Like, this is a peak utility player. Jeremiah Jackson is I'm going to try to look. Where have his splits been in the field for them this season? I'm going to try really hard to find this. I don't know if I can see here. Okay, here we go. I think. Yeah, so he's played 5 games at third. He started in 3. He's played obviously the majority of his time in right field for the Orioles this season. But again, like, you can put Jeremiah in the infield. You can put him in the outfield. Like, this is a guy you want his bat in the lineup. This is what I'm talking about with positives, right? We know this season is a wash. We know they're not making the playoffs. That's okay. But you know what you can take away from a lost season? You can find a couple guys that can contribute to your 2026 squad that ideally can make an impact for you then. And so you are experimenting right now. You are trying new things. You are calling up players and seeing, hey, can you contribute for us in 2026? We have gotten that answer with Jeremiah Jackson. We've gotten that answer, hopefully, or we'll get it at least with a few other guys as well. So in my opinion, like you're getting the time for Messiah, you're getting the time for Beavers. Those guys, obviously, and you know, Zach has gone over it plenty. I know I haven't been in for those conversations, but you know, Zach is correct where it's the 130 appearances. Like, they're not going to play them to get that many appearances, but you know, still, it's getting the experience now instead of calling those guys up at the beginning of next season and kind of having them go through the, oh, hey, okay, this is what it's like playing at the MLB level. Like, gotta work. No, get that out of the way now so that they can have an idea going into next season, right? That, to me, is really important. Bullpen arms. You're hoping that a couple of these guys can be solid for you. Like, you know, and honestly, like, everybody contributed in this game. Every starter got a hit outside of Kobe Mayo. I know that's a little bit of a different conversation in terms of how Kobe has looked. You know, that's kind of like the negative part of it, you know, and I think Kobe's awesome. Just, you know, it's been a struggle for him, right? We can admit that. We can admit it's been a struggle for Kobe. It hasn't been good. But, you know, like, you see even like Daniel Johnson getting involved with a couple of hits in this game and scoring 3 runs. Like, Gunnar going 2 for 4, and obviously Jackson getting on base and making things happen. Like, everybody's contributing. You know, Dylan Beavers knocking in the run, right? Like, those are all really important things So, to me, this season has been bad. It hasn't been fun. It's been a big disappointment. We can all admit and acknowledge that. But there is always something that you can take away from a lost season. There's always something. And sometimes what that is just torch everything. This is not working. Everything. No, get it all out of here. That's not the Orioles. We know they're going to try to retool for 2026. You can take Jeremiah Jackson with you in that. You can take a couple of these guys with you in that. Now, what I would hate to see, and I'm just going to say this off the bat, what I would hate to see is Jorge Mateo take Jeremiah Jackson's spot. I think Jeremiah Jackson's earned an everyday spot. Now, you might be saying, Kevin, Mateo's going to play the infield, and Jeremiah Jackson, just stick him in right and he'll be good. Well, the Orioles have had this weird thing. It's Zach's favorite thing of playing Mateo in the outfield. And, maybe the Orioles try to experiment with Jorge. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't want to see Jorge take at-bats away. Because we know we know who Jorge is. I want to find out more about some of these other guys. I want to continue to see them play. We know what Jorge is. We know who Jorge is. It's fine for Jorge being on the team. Like, that's just going to happen, and it is what it is. But I don't want him taking at-bats away from guys like Jeremiah Jackson. I don't even want him taking at-bats away from Kobe Mayo. Like, let Kobe play through this, if we're being completely honest. Just let Kobe play through it. See if he can get out of it. I'm not sure. And I see people talking about trades, and look, it's my favorite thing in the world to talk about trades. Everybody knows. Zach and I, after the second game of the season, we're talking about trades. That's how much we love talking about them. I mean, ideally, I think that Mountcastle is probably traded. Like, I love Mountie. I think he's really good, and obviously he's a big contributor, but, it kind of becomes a question, like, do you want to hand the keys to Basayo at first? Is that Mayo's spot full-time? Like, what do they do? And they can open up the DH spot a little bit more that way. There are a lot of things that they can do by trading Mountie. I just think it's time. And honestly, they can get back a good player from Mountie. Like, again, the ideal trade for Mountie is a team that needs pitching. Or no, sorry, a team that needs hitting. I got it confused. A team that needs hitting. The Orioles give that team Ryan Mountcastle, and then the Orioles can hopefully get. I mean, look, they need to rebuild that entire bullpen. You know what? Let's go on Google Gemini right now. We're doing it. Google Gemini. Then we'll do the tankathon. Then we'll get into call-ins. Google Gemini. Make me a trade for Ryan Mountcastle. I don't think in a trade for Mountie, I don't think they need to trade prospects, right? I don't think they need to trade for prospects. I think that it should be like a 1-to-1 swap. Okay. It feels illegal for me to read this out, but it says the Orioles trade Ryan Mountcastle to the Tigers for Tarek Skubal. Yeah, that I would accept that. I'm honestly might need a little more than Skubal from the Tigers for that one. It feels kind of like an underpay for what Mountie can bring to the table. Wow, that might be the wildest simulation we just straight up. Okay. Yeah, maybe Detroit hires Jerry Jones as the GM. Okay, so clearly that's not happening. Although, look, we can live in that world, though. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know what what are we doing here? Luis Heel for Mountcastle? Ezekiel Duran for Mountcastle? What is going on? Is Mountcastle's value just higher than I mean, it's not that obviously, but like, am I undervaluing Ryan Mountcastle? Is that what I'm doing here? Okay. All right. I'm going to go make me a more realistic trade. Right now. We have to find, I want to find a legitimate example of a player that the Orioles could trade for here. It's fun to talk about that stuff, but I want to find a legitimate. See, like this one has them trading him to the Mets for Blade Tidwell, who's their number 8 prospect. But like, see, I don't need a prospect here. No, not Hunter Green. It's not happening. Oh, man. I mean, look, I would take it. All right, let me make me a 1-for-1 trade for Ryan Mountcastle. Come on. Give me something good. Ryan Mountcastle for Brian Wu. I mean, okay, that's the most legit scenario we've had so far. Mountcastle for Wu. Actually, what are Wu's stats this season? Yeah, 12-7, 295. I mean, look, it'd probably take a little more to get a Brian Wu. We know that, but maybe it is the thing where they trade Mountie and package someone else with him for a higher tier starting pitcher. Like maybe that is what it is, where they just tier Mountcastle along with someone else, and you kind of stack them on top of each other. So yeah, that is what it is. Here we go. This is it right here. Mountie for Jimenez, Eloy Jimenez. Bring him back. Vibes were at an all-time high. And here's Austin Slater. See, we're bring the band back together. Yeah, Laura. I mean, I don't think so either. I mean, yeah, again, like I'm not saying it even that'd be for a Woo. I mean, how's Luis Castillo? Not F Castillo. How's Luis Castillo doing this year? 8-7, 375. Maybe it is Luis Castillo, and that's been something that's been speculated for a while. Well, no, we're not doing Luis F. Castillo. We got to do the real Luis Castillo. You got to do the real one. So, I think that's where I'm going to settle. It's going to be Mountie for Luis, the real Castillo. And, we can just say that's going to be the deal. So congratulations. We have fixed the Orioles. And now we can talk about their World Series chances. But all right, let's do the simulator here. Usually Zach's the one that shares the screen. So MLB or MLB draft. All right, it's Tankathon. All right, let's share my screen. While I do that, appreciate everybody for tuning in to the show tonight. It's just me today. I don't know if Zach's going to join or not. I sent him the link, so if he wants to pop in, he can. Here's Tankathon. All right. There it is. Can everybody see it? There we go. Let's zoom in on this. So the Orioles have officially dropped to 4 now because of their win. So it's very neck and neck there for anywhere from 2 through 5. Honestly, maybe the Athletics go on a little loss run here. 2 through 5. So the White Sox are going to, no doubt about it, have that top spot. But the Orioles could realistically finish anywhere from number 2 to number I guess we'll say number 9, but I guess hypothetically I'll go 7 with the Marlins being at 64 wins there. So it could be crazy. Because right now, again, what separates the Orioles from the 2nd spot is just half a game. And what separates them from that 7 spot is just 3 games. 6th spot is 2 games. Even being the 5th spot, it's just half a game. So, that's something that we have to look at. But all right, enough talk. Let's do it. All right, I think we're going to get it on our last try. I'm not going to say we get it on our first try. If we do, I'm taking credit for it. But here we go. Sim it. Okay. See? As predicted, nothing too crazy happens. Pittsburgh moves up. Chicago moves down. We're going to reset it. Second try. Still not expecting it this time. Oh, see? We're making progress. We're keep moving on up. Oh, now I'm nervous. I kind of called my shot here, so I kind of have to be right. Okay. Here we go. Come on. Oh! Never happened. No one saw that either. What did I say? On the last try, which is technically right, we get number 1. Just as I drew it up. I can't believe I'm so good at doing this. It's a gift, I guess. It's a gift. It's a gift. Man, I love it. I love it. Wow, it was a fun game. Well, it's a lot more fun than what was it? Though 5-game loss streak. A lot of fun considering where. And again, the Orioles they always play the shortest games of the season or the longest games of the season. There is no in between for this team. Last night was ridiculous, and Bo Zach and I had to be up early, and was like, "Hey, we're starting this stream at 2 a.m. or 1 a.m." So great. You love that. Oh man, awesome. Well, let's get into call-ins. Let me put the link. Again, if you want to call in, you can become a member. Talk to us for a couple minutes about what's going on with the Orioles or just about life in general. I actually think Joe said he was doing something tonight. If I'm correct. My notification. I posted the food clip of Deshaun Elliott and Patrick Queen talking about Pittsburgh and Baltimore food. And I know if Christian hops in here, Christian, I gotta have a conversation with you about Pittsburgh food. But the notification was going crazy, but I swore I saw Joe said something before the notification went away from me. Oh, live unboxing of the pack. Okay, maybe it's a package of some sort. All right, we're gonna have to see. But in the meantime, let's get the call link in here, guy. Zach is the one who does this usually, but it's not that hard. Actually, just re-signed into the channel. It kicked me out of the channel for some reason. I had to sign back in. All right, here's the call link. We're making it to channel members. There we go. I still think the most dirty thing Zach's ever done on this channel is when Zach and I, we used to do the reaction shorts for a couple of games before we just, it is what it is. And Zach made our only short that's public on this channel is the one of the two of us at the Orioles game on opening day at Camden Yards. And I look so short compared to Zach because I am. And all the comments are just, "Oh, Zach, nice of you to bring your kid to work." Like all that craziness, man. Zach was Zach made that one public by accident. So okay. Well, let's get into calls. Again, if you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. This is Kevin and Zach React, your Orioles post-game destination. We react to all the fun, happy times and the sad times, and there have been a lot more sad times, unfortunately. So, unfortunate, but all right, let's get to our first call in. We got Joe. Let's bring him on. Joe, was I right? Is there something you're doing with a package?
Well, the package Ryan sent out came in the mail yesterday.
Okay.
I couldn't wait any longer. I was going to do it last night, but I fell asleep before y'all went live because it was late. And from what I've heard, it's kind of people have already seen what's in the box already, so it wasn't going to be.
I don't know what's in the box. It would be new to me.
All right, here we go.
Okay, let me see. Oh, yes.
So there's two of those.
Okay.
On the back is the
very comfortable shirts, by the way. Very
Ryan
soft.
Ripken logo.
Yep.
And then all the koozies in the kitchen.
Oh, so it's 2 shirts and a koozie is the package.
Yeah. The Merit Club.
Okay, you got the
Deep Eddy vodka.
Okay. Yeah.
And the Merit Club koozies. But
look at that. After what, 6 months of waiting?
Yeah. I sent you some pictures from today's adventure though in your inbox on X.
Oh, okay.
We went up to the Bucket List Cafe for breakfast. I didn't do the challenge. I'm waiting to do that, but
that's the one with the pancake or the waffle.
Yeah, okay. The pancake challenge. I sent you 3 pictures.
Okay, I see. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, let's see what they got on this menu.
I had I ordered the double biscuits and gravy to begin with. Mm-hmm. And I told the guy, "Yeah, I'm just starting with that." And he just laughed at me like, "Starting with that? Okay." And it was massive. But I wasn't going to give up. So I ordered a 3-egg omelet with hash browns, and I couldn't finish the plate. I almost did. I just couldn't.
Well, you're training for the pancake. You gotta
They
get your food
have.
in.
I don't know if you can see on the menu there. They have different tiers of the pancakes. So the bucket, because it's the bucket list cafe.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, they have. So the big one you have to give 24 hours notice for, and then there's one right below it, like 15 gallon or whatever. I was gonna do that, but I said nah. I'll just do these biscuits and gravy. I was
You know what would be crazy is if I don't know if anybody's done this before, but if someone has done like every single tier in one, so they start with like one pancake, then they get the small bucket, then they get the regular, then the 5 gallon, then the 55 gallon. Do you know if anybody's done that before?
No, that you could do that in one day.
Joe, are gonna be the first one.
I mean, it would take months. I could do that maybe, but
No, don't force yourself. Don't force yourself. But
it's an hour.
Look, some of those competitive eaters go crazy, and I want to see them do it.
But the food was really good, and it was not expensive. I mean, you can see the prices on the menu.
Yeah, it's a good deal. Really good deal. I mean, even if you don't finish it, it's not like $100 or something. So
no, and the last girl they posted 2 weeks ago that tried the challenge, she shared the rest with her table when she was done. But
did she get close or no?
No, no, got like a third of the way done. But yeah, it was,
I'm not sure I could do much better. So
it was fun. I didn't think we were gonna get up this morning to go because it's an hour away. I told Shannon last night. I said, yeah, I'd love to go, but I don't think we're gonna. It's Saturday morning. I don't think we're gonna make it by breakfast time. When both of us were up at like 6:30, so it's like, all right, let's go.
There you go. Yeah, I had to get up early too, at least early for my standards. So
it was a beautiful drive up there. Nice country. It is just a little house, like a little hole in the wall. If you blink,
it's just a little place. Yeah.
If you blink, you miss it. It probably fits 20, 25 people inside, and couldn't complain at all. They were really nice.
That's awesome.
And when he could tell I was food drunk and done. Like,
well, he's the one that forced it on you. He said, "Man, you just start with it."
He said, "Can I get you another plate?" Because like he just knew I was done for. I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm good."
That's like the opposite of when you finish your plate and then the waiter says to you, "Oh, I guess you didn't like it, huh?" And then
yeah. But it was Shannon had grits.
I like grits. Yep.
Grits bowl. I'm not a grits guy.
Okay.
So I tried it. I did like their grits. They were really good. They weren't her favorite because she didn't read the menu completely when she ordered the grit bowl, but that's on her. She still liked it though.
All right. Hey, you live and you learn. But
yeah, we're somewhere in the week 2, week 3 range. We're going up there on Sunday pregame, and I'm gonna give it a whirl.
There you go. Let's go. Week 1. Get it going.
We're gonna stream it on Ryan's
Yeah. I'm ready. But awesome, Joe. Appreciate you calling in, man. As always, glad you enjoyed your meal.
And as always, Pittsburgh food sucks over Baltimore food.
I know.
Break.
We have other conversation. No, that's a whole different
Costco find today, Kevin. I found a pound of Phillips crab meat for $30. So I picked that up and ran.
See, Maryland, the crab and everything. That's my argument with it.
Yeah, you're not going to find
Maryland crab. That's what you asked for.
You're not going to find pierogies in Costco in Little Rock. That's for sure.
But they're not called Pittsburgh pierogies. So.
No, you're not going to find that. But
awesome.
We grabbed that quickly.
Right up. Grab it right up. Love it. Well, Joe, appreciate you, man. We'll talk soon. All right.
Later.
All right. Peace. Yeah, I did a whole bonus episode on that for Lockdown Ravens this morning. it's like, and you could tell, by the way, for those who haven't seen the clip, that Patrick Queen, because he got in trouble with Baltimore for saying that about the food. You could tell Deshaun Elliott said this, and Patrick Queen's just like, stop. No, please. So, all right, but let's get our next caller, and we got Christian. All right, Christian, what do you have to say about this? SEC
refs fucking blow.
That, you know what? That's fair to start off with. That's fair to
Was
start off
4
with.
for 4 on the parlay going into the Clemson game, and all of a sudden Clemson forgot how to catch a ball, and then the refs don't know what a catch is. I mean, it's just like I'm going through it right now, Kevin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? I feel for you, and if Zach were here, I know he can probably relate to the pain.
I mean,
That's why I don't do that. That's because
I've
I
never
know.
seen somebody go from Heisman hopeful to 7th-round draft pick
Oh
within
yeah,
one game.
that
Arch
was rough.
Manning found a way though.
You know what? Was out there looking like James Prochet. I tweeted the clip
Oh
out
my
of that Denver play. It was, the expectations, the lights are maybe a little too bright.
Dude thought he was Mahomes, like throwing sideways and shit. Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
that game was a snooze fest. You know, I was up till 2 a.m. last night, and I woke up early to watch Elite Corso. Almost cried, you know, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and then fell asleep while watching that game because it was between a 1 and a 3, and it blew absolute. Yeah, I'll just leave it there.
Having a 14-7 game against two powerhouses is just like, that's why the NFL loves those like Rams Chiefs games from back in like 2018, 2020,
Yes, color rush
51 to
games.
50. Yep. Like offense sells, defense doesn't. So but
It's not even that the fact that I have an issue with like a good defensive battle. It's the fact that both quarterbacks were so mediocre that it's like
when it's you build it up and it's just like, okay, this is nothing like what I thought it was going to be.
like everybody's like, oh, Ohio State's defense just absolutely held Archie to nothing. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Ohio State isn't Louisiana Monroe. Like,
yeah, that's what happens when you get in front of good competition sometimes.
Florida State did me blessings today. I mean, Saban cannot save the Tide.
Oh man, God. See, this is what we love. Football just being a whole weekend thing. You got the Saturday college slate, Sunday NFL games. I'm so pumped for.
It was funny. I barely watched the Orioles game. I turned it on at halftime of the Clemson game, and I saw Cowser get thrown out at third, and he didn't even touch the base or whatever. And I was like, oh great, it's gonna be another day. And then I checked back like 2 hours later, and I was like, oh shit, we're winning.
Trevor Rogers day, that's a win. Trevor Rogers days are wins unless the offense.
Yeah, the ERA just keeps dropping.
The offense did about 5 games of 2025 Orioles scoring in one. So,
I mean, you don't even know what to expect at this point. It's like watching the Steelers at this point. Like,
speaking of, what is this food take I'm hearing, Christian, of Deshaun Elliott saying Pittsburgh food is better than Baltimore food?
I haven't seen it. I'm not a big crab person, so Baltimore wouldn't like me that much.
Okay. Okay.
But if you haven't been to Permanente Bros in Pittsburgh, you should go.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, so that's the one that everybody talks about. Like that's the staple, right? Like
Kevin, I'm gonna be honest. Being from Northern Virginia, I've been to Pittsburgh like 3 times in my life.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
So
not the most, don't have the best expertise in terms of the Pittsburgh food. Okay. Okay. But I feel like you kind of have to claim it because the Steelers are your team. So you're like
I mean, I'll take it. I don't care. But it's like I'm not gonna sit here and lie and just start like saying shit because I have no fucking clue.
Yeah. Oh, the sandwich is too salty. You know, I'm an ex. Yeah. No. Yes.
My favorite Twitter thread today was when Bama lost. Oh my God, what's his face? Who's your corner? Not Jair. Marlon Humphrey. Yeah. Humphrey's like, or Patrick Queen said something about Humphrey, and then Humphrey was like, "You better watch out for that LSU game. I got my Brazilians stacked in a row."
Marlon is wild. Marlon is crazy. I don't actually know if his podcast is happening again this year. I'm not sure if it is.
I got dunked on in that comment section because I was like, bro, you already know LSU finna lose, and then like as soon as Clemson won, like 50 dudes that just deride the fuck out of Marlon are like, oh, what happened? What happened?
Yeah,
like,
analyst hump is a very big deal in Baltimore.
It's like,
and actually, Keon Martin now is gonna the one of their undrafted guys. He used to do NFL picks in college. Now he's gonna do college picks in the NFL. I think so. The Ravens have multiple college football analysts on their roster right now.
Yeah, I'm a Notre Dame fan, so tomorrow is gonna be a fun day.
Yeah.
But how about the Terps today? I mean, from what I've seen, they put on a show.
Malik Washington, I'll tell you.
That's your top 300. But I guess is it still signing, or are we picking them up like they're free agents now? Like,
Yeah, that's everything with that is so out of control. Like,
I, I, I'm flipped on it. I like the fact that they're getting paid. Yes. At the
sure.
same time, though, we should not be having free agency in college football.
Yeah,
Like
there needs to be some sort of regulations, and I know that like they're trying, but it's not
that, and
going.
abolish SEC refs. Forgot to mention that again.
Start with
I
it
mean,
and end with it. That's exactly how it should go. Make the
and then
point.
I gotta shit on the AP poll for a minute. Can we stop pretending that LSU, Miami, Clemson, Alabama are good football teams? I am
They're the
tired.
big names. They're the big names. That's what's
Last
gonna
year,
happen.
last year I watched Miami lose. What was it, to Wake Forest? I think it was Wake Forest, and they were still ranked in the top 10. How does that happen?
There's
Wake Forest, by the way, won by 2 points against what was it? Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State's never won an FBS game before.
don't you just love college football? Don't you just love college football?
Yeah, I knew it was back as soon as I saw what was it, the Kansas State game last week. I sat there, I was like, oh, it's back. Like,
Yeah, parents fighting their kids, like just yeah,
that shit was wild.
unreal stuff. Football's back. Football's back.
I'm ready for the NFL. I mean,
I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped.
it's Super Bowl or bust for like 50% of the teams, I feel like. So
That's ring culture every year. Every year
I
you
mean,
gotta have a Super Bowl.
the
And then just
the Packers are fucked if they don't win in the next 2 years. Why? They're
well,
just
yeah, they're gonna have to let like 5 players go. Plus, they don't
you
have
gotta
two firsts. So
you gotta pay Jordan Love at some point. You gotta pay your running back at some point. Your receivers, I mean, they're young, they're talented. We don't know like other than Dobbs and Jalen Reed, outside of Madden, you don't know if they're really good.
yeah.
I mean, it's just and then Jerry's World. I mean, have you seen the Family Guy clip where they're like, "I'll take the mystery box
Yep.
over the boat"?
Yep.
Yeah.
Classic clip. Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
saw I saw NFL memes post that, and I just immediately lost it. I was like, "This is amazing," but I
yeah.
know there's a line, so I'll get out of here.
Oh no, you're good,
But
man. Yeah, appreciate you calling in. Sorry about the refs. And
it's all good, Kevin.
just
Yeah.
if
Chat. In case you don't know, SEC refs are terrible.
go out with it too. I love it. All right, Christian.
have,
We'll talk soon. All right.
have a good night, Kevin.
All right, you too, man. Appreciate you. All right. Let's move on. We got our final caller of the night. We got Rick. Rick, back-to-back nights, man. What's going on?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
I was better than last night.
Hey, you were having some fun last night, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Zach and I liked talking to you last night. That was fun.
Yeah, I was pretty tuned up.
Well, now you get to be tuned up after an Orioles win. It feels a little better when they actually do
Yeah,
something good.
thank God we finally got off the schneid, huh?
Yeah, at least it's so funny because they lose all these games and then just have a game where they blow out the other team like this, and you're like, this is what we just want to see on a more consistent basis. Like, please, can we
That's
get it
so
going here?
Orioles. It's like you knew they were due to blow up on some runs.
And I know, and especially with the way the offense is played, like it's just that's been the biggest shock to me. Is like, fine, the pitching and like everything that happened in the offseason, like I didn't expect it to be the best pitching staff in the league, right? But with the offense and all the guys that they have, I expected more out of that group, and part of it has to do with the injuries, like Gunnar missing the start of the season, and then Cows are going down, and Westberg being in and out. Like it has an effect on you. Adley missing a chunk of time, but
It's
man,
funny.
I expected more.
It's funny because last night I was like, I don't even think we're going to be good next year. Like this team's terrible. Now tonight I'm like, I'm kind of excited for next year.
That's what I'm saying. Like again, like you take like you see Jeremiah Jackson, you're like, okay, this can be a guy that you can take into next season. And like Messiah hits the homer, and you're like, right now he has that. Like that's gone now. He can finally relax a little bit. I would like to see Mayo get it back together. Obviously, Jackson, I'd love to see him put together a hot stretch for the end of the season. But like, man, just show me things that make me confident in this team next season. That's what I want to see. The playoffs aren't happening. Like I get it, but just show me stuff that we can go into the offseason feeling good about, and then hopefully they can sign some guys and get this thing ready to roll next season.
Yeah, I mean, baseball is different. It's like football. You pretty much know if you got a good team or not. I mean,
Yeah.
you're bummed out after a loss, but with baseball, one day you're like we're terrible, and the next day we're so back.
And that's, you know what? That's why you got the 162. And you're like, you know what? It's long. And that's why I think everybody was so on. And like, I know Zach and I were, I know you were too, of like, okay, like they can come back. They can, if they really get going, because you have so many games. Then obviously they have too many losses. And you're like, okay, this probably isn't happening this season. But
Yeah, they made me a fool out of me several times this year because I'm like, oh no, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay.
well, that's the thing is I call them the no expectation merchants, because literally, like, again, they're going to go on like some crazy 5-game win streak now. And everybody's going to be like, oh, they're winning games again. When there are no expectations and they're losing a lot of games, they become like the best team on earth. And then when finally people are like, oh, they're back, they're like, nah, actually, we're not. We're like, don't do that. We're not. Like,
Oh yeah, that was pretty fun football today. Although I didn't get to catch a whole lot of it, but
yeah,
they are really
I was tied up too, but
they were really bashing on Arch today, weren't they?
I
Boy.
know, and you know, I was joking about it, but you know, in reality, it's one game. I mean, I'm not gonna,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
there's plenty of time.
I got to pull for him because I'm a big Manning fan.
Okay,
I
yeah.
watched their grandfather play. I'm giving my age away here, but I watched the grandfather play, both sons. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I got to pull for the kid.
Yeah. One game is not gonna tell the story here for Arch. It's gonna be an adjust. I just think the thing that people, and this isn't really any fault of his own, I guess, but it's the expectations that were put on him. Just like, oh, he's gonna like Heisman and #1 pick and like all this stuff. And you know, he didn't necessarily ask for that, but when that gets placed upon you, if you have a game like you did today, you're gonna get bashed for it. So.
Oh yeah, if you're a Manning,
Yep.
that's
And
gonna go
that
with the
name
turf,
itself, that name
unfortunately.
itself. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, I pull for Maryland. You know,
Mhm.
they're not usually all that great, but
Yeah.
I'm a homer.
Hey, you got to root for the home teams. That's how it goes.
But
That's the
I'm a
rule.
way bigger pro football fan than college fan.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I like college football. I watch it. I keep up with it, and obviously the impact for me and what I do is with the scouting and everything for the pros. But you know, I grew up with Ohio State. As you know, my grandparents are both huge Ohio State fans, so kind of grew up with that. But you know, for me, football, like NFL football, you get like the CBS theme going, and you're just like, okay, we're back. This is what we're
Yeah,
here
one
for.
more week, buddy. One more week.
I need it. I need it back. I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
Are you ready?
I am. I
You'll be a
am.
busy,
So
busy man.
I
Won't you?
know, but you know what? The content never stops. So I love it. I
Yeah,
love
you're all over it too, man.
it. I
You're all
try.
over
I you know I put out the boon. I'm not. There's nothing really to talk about tomorrow. I'm just gonna use a clip from Thursday to put out for tomorrow. But the episode I did today, it was popular with the PQ and Deshaun Elliott. People love those former Ravens talking about stuff.
Did
So.
you see we're favored to win the Super Bowl right now?
Yep. Yeah. Over on FanDuel, I saw. I think they're like
Yeah.
plus 700, 750, something along those lines. So,
Yeah, I looked it up yesterday. I was like, whoa. I was kind of surprised. But
yeah.
shouldn't
And
be.
a lot of good teams. A lot of good teams. I know
Yeah.
sometimes people feel like being favored isn't good because then like
Exactly.
the favorite never wins. But I don't believe that. I think the favorite wins. I think.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think this could be the year, man.
With a roster like
last
this,
year and the year before.
I'll tell you, rosters like this don't come around often. So you
Nah.
got to take advantage of it. Absolutely have to.
As long as the defense can pull their end. I mean, I know we got some great players over there, but I just don't see like a Chris Jones or TJ Watt or a real dominant interior lineman. But you know, we'll see. Some of these guys might be ready to take the next step.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think at this point, you know, you have a really solid group, and a lot of teams are going to be coming for that crown. So you got to take advantage of this year. So
and God, I pray, always got to pray Lamar can stay healthy.
Yep, everybody. Yep, Lamar and everybody. So yeah.
But that's about it. I just figured I'd call in and say hello when I was sober.
Always love you calling in. Appreciate you checking in. Love hearing from you. So have a good rest of your weekend, good rest of your night, and we'll talk again soon.
Sounds good, brother.
Awesome, man. All right, peace out, Rick.
See you.
All right. And wow, we have a last submission very quickly. I don't even know if. Oh no! All right, he's saying wait. Saying wait, so we're gonna wait. Okay. I kind of want to bring on both. I think it'd be funny, but I will spare. So, all right, we got it. We got him. I don't know. Thumbs up. Yes, you're okay. All right. He's scrounging. What the heck's going on? He's scrambling, but we got the other half of Kevin and Zach react. Zach Bollinger.
The night I've had.
What is going on? You are scrambling.
Kevin, my phone has been dead while we've been in traffic, and so pretty much visiting my girlfriend's sister. She lives about 45 minutes from Chicago. So went into Chicago today to have a day. All of a sudden, I'm realizing I'm like, my phone's on like 10%, and I'm like, it's okay. There's a charger in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're fine. Charger's in the car, gonna get it done. So I literally get the song, play the damn song, send tweet, and then I put on the our post thing. I was like, gonna be a little late tonight, because I'm like, okay, it's a 45-minute drive home. Kevin, there were 2 concerts that let out, plus an accident. One, if you motorcycle, please wear a helmet and stuff, because it was not a pretty accident. So much so that, Kevin, with the dead phone, because I found out I have, the old.
Hello?
Phone's dead. And then we got in 2 hours and 10 minutes worth of traffic.
Wow.
So, Kevin, on the day Sam Basayo hits his first home run, on 2.
Oh, you know. So you didn't do it. You didn't bet it.
No.
I said that at the beginning of the show. Zach has been betting every single night on Sam Basayo home run, and I bet he didn't bet on the Sam Basayo home run tonight, so we can all thank Zach for hitting his first homer.
I didn't. It's the first time I had it. Kevin, so my phone has been dead for literally since probably 2 minutes after the game ended, because I hit send on play the damn song, and then it goes through, and then my phone dies. I'm like, okay, I'm just walking back to the car. I'll charge it. Phone charger doesn't work. 2 hours and 10 minutes of traffic. That was.
So you did not have the opportunity to ever bet on it.
No, Kevin, it was me. I couldn't.
Well, we thank you for your service of.
I couldn't. And Kevin, I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my God, I get to go on. I get to talk about Sam Basayo, first home run. Dylan Beaver's another fantastic night. Jeremiah Jackson, all he does is hit. Trevor Rogers is Kevin, this is like the most complete team win of the year. And like,
it was a great win.
I literally was just stuck in traffic sitting there. And I was like, I really hope, Kevin, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I really hope that Kevin was like away, and then all of a sudden I plug my phone and I see you send the thing like 50 minutes ago, and I'm like, oh boy. I'm like, I had
gotten back from the rehearsal dinner I went to, and I saw you texted me when I got back from it, and I was like, oh shoot, okay, let me get situated and you get it all set up, and then I was like, he's gonna pop on eventually, right? Like, I figured he said it was gonna be like an hour at like 9, and I'm like, all right, here we are.
Seven, and like it just kept on doing the thing where it was like on the, how like the GPS will account for traffic. It'd be like, oh, it's only adding 30 minutes to the thing. So we're like, okay, an hour and 10 minutes. Like that kind of sucks, but like whatever is what it is. And then it'd be like, you just watch it. Literally felt like going to Florida, Kevin, where you just watch the time slowly tick up further and further. And you're like,
the worst time.
And my phone's dead. And I'm just like, I can't talk about any of this. And all I want to do is talk about this.
Well,
I just kept having to whisper to myself under my breath, like, Sam Basayo hit his first career home run.
We got
Like,
Corbin
it's
Burns.
okay.
We got Corbin
Yeah,
Burns.
we got Corbin Burns.
Well, congratulations. You missed the entire stream.
I know. Appreciate everyone who called in.
Yeah, it was a good call-in night, fun call-in night. Yep. So we can all thank Zach for Sam Basayo's home run again.
I'm not betting him tomorrow. We're gonna put this to the test. We're putting it to the test. If he goes back-to-back games and I don't bet him, I can never bet him again, and he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Where's the I need to find the Zach's gambling has single-handedly crippled the season. Stop betting on the O's.
In my defense, I stopped betting on the Orioles in like middle of May because when we were playing only bad teams and losing, and then I bet on them a little bit during their hot streaks. But no,
Yeah.
I think I will hand up. Sam Basayo's on me. Sam Basayo's
Well, that's a good hand up. That's like you did it.
So we're gonna take a break. No more Sam Basayo bet home run bets for
Good.
for the rest of the season. Okay, maybe not rest of the season. If we got a good matchup at Camden Yards, wind's blowing out.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll throw a few. But
Yeah, there you go.
I will. That is my promise to you, the people. No more. No more.
Beautiful. Well, awesome. And I want to say this, Rick, my condolences for this. And like Zach said,
yes,
if you are on a motorcycle, go to wear a helmet. Be careful. So really sorry to hear that, Rick. Man, I'll tell you, the Orioles, they love being the no expectation merchants. Go on a 5-game lose streak, everybody's out on you again, and then they go and just they're going to win like 5 games in a row again. Like it's
Kevin, you did the tankathon go.
Oh, I did. So I predicted that we were going to get number 1 on the last try, on the third try. And on the first one, we got 4th, which was normal. They moved down to 4 now. So on the first one, they got 4. Second one, they got 2. And then last try, I got 1. Was it actually my 8th try? Doesn't matter. I got it on the 3rd try. So
nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Love to see it.
Yeah. But it's crazy because the Orioles are like half a game from the 2nd spot and then like 2 games from the 6th spot. So
yeah,
there's a lot of wiggle room.
There is, and Kevin, does it all matter anyway because some stupid team's going to jump us? I already told everyone in the chat. I was like, this was during yesterday's one. I was like, it's okay. Like if they're the number 2 team, have the second best odds, and the number 1 team gets the first pick, it's like, oh, whatever. If another team jumps us for pick 1, I'm going to be like, are we serious right now?
Yeah,
but it's going to be
2025 Orioles.
It's going to be a stupid team like the Rays jump up 6 to get ahead of us. Like it's going to be something stupid. And I'm telling you, Kevin, I'm going to react live on Kevin and Zach.
Oh yeah, that's a must react. People do it for the NBA draft lottery all the time, and I think those are those are really fun. So it would be even more fun if they got the number 1 pick. So
if they get the number 1 pick, we're popping champagne.
You got to do your reaction from a couple years ago when they do that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's okay. Pause. But okay, we're you're lucky you're in like 2 frames right now. You're filming on a potato. That's what people are saying in the chat. So
actually I might have did I not connect my is it because of my you say this is better. Now we're back. I had a light on behind me as well.
No, it's you're just lagging. Your words.
Oh yeah, I'm on my hotspot right now.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. I'm just saying that you're lucky that.
I mean, it seems like you're gaslighting me into thinking this.
No. What I'm saying is that you're lucky that you are looking so bad because that gift.
And then I'm looking so bad
by now.
That I'm looking so bad.
Kevin,
are you saying I don't look good right now?
Your frames are not good. You can watch this back. Okay. And I'm the one that gets called the gaslighter. I'm the one that gets called the gaslighter.
You're also in a virtual background right now.
Okay, but mine looks clearer. Okay, that's the thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm also like not.
See.
Yeah, guys, it happens. That's on me. Hand up. That's on me.
It's okay. We've all been there. We've all been there. It's not a big deal. So as is the life of technology. So yeah,
Unreal.
look at Zach being this gaslighter.
Unreal.
Zach's the one trying to gaslight me into thinking I'm gaslighting. See, it's gaslightception. What's going on right now?
This is ridiculous.
Actually, I need to look up the picture that I was gonna look up.
The pitcher?
Remember, I said Wade Miley last night.
Oh yeah, you do have to get that.
All right. So while I do that, do you want to give your thoughts on the game since you wanted to come on and talk about it?
Yeah, no, just my quick spark notes. Trevor Rogers, I mean, like what, 1.39 ERA right now? This is just the gift that keeps on giving, and we're not worthy. Like, I genuinely, like, as much as I want to say I'm appreciating it, I know I'm not appreciating it enough, Kevin. Because, like, this is all-time historic stuff. Like, we've passed this is great for, an Oriole. This is great for the past 20 years. This is, like, only one of the only players to ever be doing this over this period of time, especially to start a season. It's been incredible. Trevor Rogers, if he can even be 80% of this next year, along with Kyle Bradish, you have a great starting block, I guess, foundation for the rotation. I still think you got to add guys. Sam Bassano, first home run, awesome to see. Dylan Beavers has never had a bad at bat in his entire life. It feels like every time he's at the plate, he just fouling off pitches. He just knows how to have a professional at bat, even so really early in his career still. I mean, obviously he's gotten 40, 50 at bats at this point, but in the grand scheme of things, he's still extremely new. Basayo, first home run. Jeremiah Jackson. I was watching a lot of Ohio State, Texas today, Kevin. Forgive me. Jeremiah Jackson, I keep saying all he does is hit, but I don't think that does it any justice. Like, this guy is I saw someone on Twitter tag me in something about he is, like, forcing himself into the young core. Like, Jeremiah Jackson, I don't think he's an everyday player just from a positional standpoint. But, like, that bat has to be in the line. Like, he's a guy that you have to have somewhere, whether he's playing the outfield, playing third base, shortstop, wherever. Like, that guy has to be on the team next year, and he's got to be getting 300-400 at bats. Like, Jeremiah Jackson, this looks legit. Jackson Holiday triple, that was awesome to see. Ryan Mountcastle stays hot. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I probably missed a few things, but that's my 60-second rundown in about 3 minutes.
There you go. Look at that.
I'm going to start doing that. You still couldn't find it? All right.
No, but I found a funny one that I'm going to.
All right.
And I feel like has gotten lost in Orioles lore forever. So
Oh.
we'll do that. But I guess what is that all you have?
That's all
clear?
I got. That's all I
right.
got.
Well, then that's all we got for you tonight on the show. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Orioles will wrap up tomorrow. What time is that game? Is that a 3:00 game?
Yeah, I think it's 3.
4. It's 4.
No, 4. Yeah, 4.
Cool. Well, I will probably not be able to pop on tomorrow because I'm going to be at a wedding. Maybe I'll just stream the wedding. Who knows? No, I'm kidding. But we will see if the Orioles can pick up the series win against the Giants tomorrow. This was a great addition to Kevin and Zach React. A lot of good things happened. Zach ended up making it, which obviously is good.
Yeah.
And
I trust.
Glad that we were able to get. If Zach wasn't able to talk about this game, I feel like he would have combusted based off of what happened to you tonight. So,
if I would have gotten back, Kevin, that's why I went on my phone first, because my phone, I had to use my phone to hotspot because the Wi-Fi here is not good enough really to stream on.
Yeah.
And so I hit your thing. And I was like, please still be going. Please still be going. And I saw you talking to Rick, and I was like, let's go. And then I was about to get off, and I was like, oh, wait, I got to stay on so he doesn't end the show. I was like, hold on.
Man. Well,
we made it, though.
We made it happen. You made it happen. So congratulations. But that's all we got for on Kevin and Zach React. Be sure on the way to hit the like and subscribe button in video form here, as we are with you every Orioles game. We did the math, 160 or 136 out of 162. It's official. We're almost with the stretch
That's
run.
crazy to think. It's crazy to think
Jorge
about.
Mateo back on Monday.
Yeah.
So,
And
that's one thing I said is I don't want Jorge taking Jeremiah as a bets. I don't want to see Jorge if it means Jeremiah Jackson's not good at bets.
Of course, he's taking Jeremiah Jackson's at bets.
Well, we're gonna rage about it if it happens.
Are you new to this organization? Of course,
no, but
they're taking Jeremiah Jackson.
I'm just saying. So hopefully it doesn't happen. But we'll be back here tomorrow with you after the game. We'll be talking Orioles baseball as we always do. And appreciate everybody for tuning in. Travis Ishikawa.
Tommy Malone. That was good.
Two good ones.
That was good.
Ones.